If the wind blows us over, we're and also, if I'm going to be honest with myself, I've got to be honest with you guys first. I'm broken. I'm broke, not like money-wise, but as a man. I'm 23, and this past year, I let it drag me through the dirt. Really, it started in December 2018, and the irony of it is, it was after the most successful month of my life, monetarily. My whole life, I always believed that in order to be happy, you had to have money, and I was always just motivated by money. And that might work for some people, but life really humbled me. And in these experiences since December 2018, I realized a lot about myself. And I realized that I never knew about myself at all. And the life that I had built had stemmed from childhood, not trauma. I guess some people could classify things as childhood trauma, but not me. Or at least in my situation, but the way my mind developed when I was a kid, I never really, like, I had a great childhood, man. I was, half of my childhood, you know, I got to play some video games and was introduced to technology, but the other half I would spend playing with like cap guns in the yard with a buddy of mine who was a couple of years older than me, or riding my bike up and down alleyways or around town, pretending I was driving a car. And when I would get home to my room, I would always pretend my room was an apartment. And, because I always wanted to be a grown-up. And like, being a grown-up's great, because if you want to go find an abandoned rock quarry from like the 30s or 40s on a mountain, you can do that. Or, like some people tell me, like, oh, you got a couple screws loose, man. Or, you know, like, I'm in the process of learning to love myself. I definitely lost my identity. If you're a little bit older, you can probably relate. If you're younger, you probably can't relate yet. But those feelings that you feel in your stomach or your throat or your mind or your body, they're telling you something. And as time goes on, you'll figure that out. And a lot of times you might figure that out in hindsight, like I have. But it's some of life's greatest lessons that it'll teach you, and you don't really know until kind of the storm has passed. And you know, a lot's happened in the past year to me as a person. Fucking basuritas, bad joke, the fucking onions. But I let life drag me through the dirt, and one of my favorite things now is from like Rocky 6. I've always been a big fan of the Rocky movies. I think about life as a boxing fight all the time. Like when the rough gets going, or the time get rough, or the going gets rough. I always think of it like a boxing match. I mean, I really lost myself. I kind of gave a part of myself away to somebody for a long time, and it took a toll on me. I mean, I have a hard time looking in the mirror, and when I talk, I find myself staring at myself. I lost over 50 pounds, you know, and I'm working to get it back. I've made some lifestyle changes. In January, I kind of disappeared from everywhere, not only the internet, but real life. And a lot of y'all don't know why, and it's really tough to talk about, because another kind of thing that's changing in my life now is not the YouTube stuff, man. I started YouTube when I was 14. I was a real antisocial kid. I wouldn't have the talking skills I have today if it wasn't for YouTube and creating that for myself. And you know, since December 2018, when I had the most successful month of my life monetarily, it caused me to really lose focus of things, because my whole life it was built upon this house of cards that I've imploded because it's full of crap, you know? Like I reached a level that some people work their whole lives for. And how can you be at like a really good place, but also a really low place? And I've got myself kind of out of that. But, you know, with YouTube, I lost my passion, and it fucking sucks, because like, I'm 23, I don't play video games anymore, and what was once, like, the reason, like, I got up out of bed in the morning, and the things I look forward to all through school, because I didn't like school, it's gone, and that sucks, you know, like, when you don't want to, I'm not going to quit, because how can you quit something after 9 years, but, like, I have passion, and I know where my heart is now. It's really set on real estate, and I'm just at the beginning of that. And I feel really alone in the world. And even when it comes to like YouTube, I see all the comments, and when I do get on social media, I see the nice things that you guys tell me. And I really appreciate that, you know? Like I never had, I mean, you know, I wish I could acknowledge everybody. It's the internet, you can't do that. You guys see my face, all I see is a name on a screen. So the irony of that is you can feel like the loneliest, or I can feel like the loneliest man in the world, but I've got 692,000 followers online. And I think a lot of it just has to do with getting older, you know? And just like I said, life teaching lessons and stuff, and change is inevitable, you know? But I find myself kind of questioning my identity at times when I force myself, and you shouldn't, not force yourself, but you don't want to stop something, but I know you guys are out there, and also YouTube has become a source of income, and until, you know, as I pursue other ventures in life as well, I do not want to stop YouTube, you know, but when you lose your passion, you can't even fake it, you know? Especially in this game, because it shows. And sometimes when I upload, I find myself questioning my identity, because I struggle a lot, you know, mentally sometimes, and then I'll tell myself 10 minutes later, like, quit being a bitch, get the f up, you're fine, listen to yourself, you know? I can like flip back and forth like that. But I question my identity in the sense that, you know, when you don't have a passion, but it's your job. I mean, people don't like their jobs, and they still got to go to work, and they probably feel the same way I do, but with this job, you have to create your own work, and there's a lot of things that go into it. It's not just pressing record and uploading a video, because if it was that easy, everybody would do it. But I find myself questioning my identity a lot when I do things, and, you know, putting a video together take a lot of time. And there's always going to be ridicule and things, but when you're already kind of questioning your own identity, and you try to pour your heart and soul into things, which I have for 9 years, I mean, the stats don't lie. 200 million people, not people, but that's how many total views I have, or more than that, you know? And some are repeat viewers, but that's a lot of people that's heard my voice in this world or see my face. And when I get on here and you know, you pour your heart and soul into something just to really get ridiculed, and it's like when I turn the camera off, and then I'm in the real world, I feel that same way as well. It makes you feel very alone. And I know I'm not alone. I have great friends, lots of great friends. I'm a very blessed man. I'm really blessed. And online, I've got great friends, and sometimes that hurts as well. You know, one of my, one person I've always considered like a best friend, because you can be somebody can be your best friend, but you may not be theirs, is Ross, Mr. Boss for the win. That guy, I knew him before Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, you know? And you can think what you want, but I know a really nice guy. A guy that I have known since before Grand Theft Auto 5 even released, over 9 years now. Since Black Ops 2 Zombies is how we met. And we don't talk much. I don't talk to really anybody on YouTube. And that's why I say it's lonely. And I know you kind of put yourself into holes and things like that. But, you know, when it comes to questioning, like, my identity, it's like I have people, like, no matter what you do, somebody can ridicule the crap out of me. And, you know, you just blow that stuff off, or your friends. But, like, you got to watch what you say, because in the world we live in today, you know, people are real quick to ruin everything you've ever worked for without any disregard for your own life, you know, mental health. People will preach things and then do the opposite, you know. People don't realize their actions and effect on others. and that goes online or in real life. Another person I really want to thank is Captain Excellent. Last year I was losing my shit. I was feeling really stuck around this time last year, and in the summer, and I was losing my mind. I really believe I did for a little bit, but Captain Excellent, you know, he ended up being he was a viewer. I don't know what other word to say at one point years ago, and now he's got his own successful channel, and I'm so happy for him, you know. That's a guy who I really appreciate. He always had my back, and I say had my back, but he made me feel like I loved or cared about, you know. There's a lot of y'all that I just can't think of off the top of my head, but you know who you are. And to everybody who's always supported me, I want to say thank you. This isn't the end. I'm not going anywhere, but you know, uploads may be a little less frequent, and then I may hit a spurt where I upload a lot. But I spent a lot of my time, you know, from 14 till now at 23. I gotta act it out, having my head down like this and not looking up at what's around me. It's kind of why I'm on a random mountain. I haven't lost my mind, but I just want to see the world a little bit and explore. And I spent a lot of my life just in a room, and kind of takes a toll on you after a while. So just want to say thank y'all. Thank y'all for the support. I haven't gone nowhere, and I'm not going anywhere. And I know my buddy Mike told me this a while back, but I always thought it was always my motivation when kind of in a dark spot, like with not uploading. There's a guy named Jehovah's Witness on YouTube. He used to do like COD trolling videos and stuff with KYR, Spit 33D back in the day. And I remember one time when he had like, or I think it was him or somebody, anyways, he mentioned that he had a comment when he didn't feel like uploading one day and was feeling real not motivated, and the comment said, hey, I walked to my local library like 2 miles just to watch your videos every day. And when you don't upload, or when, you know, if you don't upload, he felt like crap knowing that kid walks to the library. And there's so many of y'all who've reached out to me. A guy like me who feels like a shell. There's a hole where my heart once was. And who tell me such nice things very similar to that. And I'm sorry if I let you down, because I've let myself down. But to end this video on a positive note, when you're at the bottom, there's no way to go but up. And you know, I'm very excited to take my life to new heights. I've been to the mountaintop in this kind of YouTube game, but I want to go even higher. But like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not quitting. Just a broken man trying to figure it all out. And it's something that I think we all go through in life, and it might hit us at different times and places. But I owe it to y'all, because I wouldn't know what I know now if it wasn't for your support. So from the bottom of my heart, I truly just want to say thank you. And also I want to show you this mother loving view. Ain't this crazy? It's beautiful. It's real beautiful. Get the video demonetized for that, but check that out, man. Once again, thank y'all so much. I love you all.